Hey guys, sorry it's been a little bit, but we are back, and today we are gonna start Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Now this is based on what Celtic mythology.
Celtic and Norse mythology is what I read, and it's by Ninja Theory.
It's kind of an interesting combination. The Celtic and Norse mythology by Ninja Theory.
Yeah.
Like just combining all the cool elements. So is she going to be a Celtic Norse ninja?
Maybe.
I'm just saying, like.
But yeah, I know this game uses like ASMR audio, which if you get to play with headphones makes it sound like. I guess it's for like how they do the recording is they use two microphones to record, so they have what they call 3D audio, which is pretty cool. And I watched a little bit of a gameplay video just to hear what it sounded like, and it's wild. Like, it really does sound like it's all around
the audio tracks are on different layers, so it's not like... So it's,
kind of,
so
yeah.
Kind of like,
basically, it goes in both speakers in a way that, again, if it's supposed to sound like... It's kind of like surround sound.
I was going to say, when you go to a movie theater sometimes, and like they make it sound like, you know, whatever's creeping up behind the person on screen is behind you, and you realize, oh, wait, no, that's just the speaker, like, separating the audio like that, which is cool. Because she's supposed to be schizophrenic, or
she's supposed to have psychosis.
Okay.
So, from what I understand, the story is she's literally going to hell to get back the soul of her lover or something.
Now this is H-E-L hell, not H-E-L-L, right? This is like kind of
I believe,
Norse hell, not
even though
like
it's called Hellblade with two L's.
Oh, well, yeah. Because the reality is, if they did it with the one L, most people would be like, "Why do they spell hell wrong?"
I know.
Does anyone know they spelled that wrong?
I mean, because that's how it's spelled in Hell or Hela is how they say it in Norse mythology.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is the Norse version of that story, not like the Judeo-Christian one.
But yeah, I remember seeing videos for this a while ago, and what struck me the most, obviously, as you see with this title screen, is how beautiful it is. Like the detail. Yeah, it's amazing.
You feel the pores in her skin.
I know.
But anyway.
But yeah, so let's go.
We could talk about her pores all day, folks, but
I know.
And boy, if I had my choice.
But yeah, so we're not going to be able to play it with headphones, because I don't know if there's a way to do it with the capture software, because I tried to capture something else to see if it would work, and then it doesn't capture the game audio, just my voice, if I plug it in, so...
Fortunately, we're both insane and hear voices anyway, so we'll be able to just, follow.
I did turn on subtitles so that we could hear the voices better, though.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter.
Very kind of
Welcome.
interesting opening.
You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close, so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua.
Wow, that's
Her story has already come.
way to MacGyver nature there to suit your needs. I love her hair. Looks like my old hair.
It's breathing.
So these voices we're hearing, these are like the voices in her head, right?
Yeah.
Okay, real quick, want to say something? I know probably nobody else gives a shit, but I used to have dreadlocks, and whenever I see dreadlocks in games or animation, they always look immaculate. When you get dreads up at the roots, I see how they're kind of like a lot of loose hair. When you see those
frizzy,
when you see those really tight, perfect dreads, that's right when you get them done at the salon. Like a couple days of laying on them in your sleep, they get like that. So right off the bat, I love how her dreads actually look like she actually,
real?
Yeah, she didn't just step out of the salon. Like
I can control the camera a little bit.
That's kind of cool.
They've been around ever
It's
since.
neat how they added in the...
I was gonna say, the first credit, mental health advisor. Like, whoa.
Yeah, from what I understood, they actually worked with actual doctors so they could really capture, I guess...
Make it, accurate.
Yeah.
That which is not just Looney Tunes for the sake of it. But I kind of like that, though, because when people who suffer from this, it's a hard life because again, it's like imagine if you always thought someone was talking to you, but someone's not, and that's how you have to go through your day. You know how like incredibly.
Well, I don't think she's always been this way. I think it's supposed to.
No, but people who develop
yeah.
this in life and whatnot. I mean, especially if you haven't always had it. Imagine.
It is real.
I mean, just imagine one day if you started, hearing voices.
Hey, look at the
We
bodies.
arrived in the land of mist and fog.
When extreme sports goes wrong.
Northland core.
But no, I was just thinking it's
Yeah, see, it's hell with one L.
yeah. Again, I think they just put that on the poster just because again, the average person unfortunately probably doesn't know that much about Norse mythology. So if they just saw Hell, Hel, they'd be like, well, either they're illiterate or they're just trying to be trendy and weird.
It's just so funny though, because these are, I'm pretty sure these are the in-game graphics, but like, look at them.
I was gonna say it's very
Oh my god.
detailed. Like, I mean, I know this game isn't super long, so you could argue that they kind of cut that and put. But I mean, it's one of those things that these kinds of games do well for themselves, and they make enough money, then they can make more games of this quality and make them longer. Which is why it's always good to kind of support, smaller things, whether it be video games, movies, comics, because.
So that tells you right there that we will be fighting some she's.
Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to
See, I like that there's like the one main voice, and then you hear the other voices that are basically doubting her.
Yeah. Well, again, that's usually I mean, I'm not an expert, but when I understand about people who hear voices and stuff from schizophrenia, the voices aren't really telling you, hey, you look great today, or hey, did you lose weight? Hey, you can go out there and beat somebody. They're usually not very encouraging or proactive. They're usually always, detrimental to the person who hears it. And so imagine basically all day, every day, you hear voices in your head talking shit to you. It's like that really would, affect your sanity. And now you have to go to hell. So, and you're already crazy. So,
Wouldn't you be?
point is, you think you've got it bad.
You'd think she would get used to it
This
by
poor
now
girl.
after so many
How old is she supposed to be, by the way?
I'm not sure.
darkness.
You can tell she's young.
Yeah, she's younger. I can tell if this is kind of a period piece too. Like, people didn't really have to be that old. But again, a lot of the makeup and kind of the grime on her kind of conceals a little bit her. It's also one of those things too. People were a little bit more
Just out of sight.
hardened back then at an early age, so they would probably look maybe a little bit older than they were.
It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
The bad neighborhood she's in.
Yeah, I'd say.
One thing I do, I like how she's not pretty. I mean, she's not ugly, but I like how
She
they
looks
just,
like a normal person.
yeah, she doesn't look like, oh, she's really attractive. She's not just some hot girl with war paint on her face. She looks like, the kind of person you'd probably see back then. We ever see movies that do period pieces and they show, like, oh, this is the princess, this is our female lead, and they always just look like a girl from nowadays just wearing period piece clothes. And I'm like, no, people didn't look good back then. What they thought was good looking back then would not be what we call pretty.
Far deeper.
Oh, are we gonna be able to move?
I
here?
think so. You're coming ashore.
Landing. So
I
I'm
love the
pretty sure
environment.
that's a head on her belt there.
Like a skull, you mean?
Yeah. One of those voices first said it's breathing. The head is breathing.
What is she looking at?
So we'll be seeing like at the top of it.
I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh,
Details so good.
Yeah, see how her face looks? I mean, she's not ugly, but she just looks like what you would expect someone from this time period in this region
She
to
just
look
has
like.
a real face.
Well, yeah, sometimes she looks like a person. She's not like, wow, she's clearly the most beautiful person in her village. You know what I mean? Like, everyone else looks how you'd expect them, but suddenly here's this beauty queen, walking out.
Why don't you join us?
Yeah, she actually does look young, now that I'm looking at her
Yeah,
now.
she looks
Maybe you two
young.
have a part to play in this story.
Here we go.
Yeah, I love that this is the in-game graphics. That's incredible. Look
I
at it.
know.
I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn, while I'm sure that game will ultimately probably be a more interesting and involved story than this. I mean, I don't know.
I actually heard the story in this is really good because
Oh.
I know some people are complaining about limited gameplay, whatever that means. But
Okay, so fuck what I just said then. I could be completely wrong.
I heard this story is like phenomenal. So
But I'm
we
just
will see.
saying, because of the scope of that game, how long it was, I think, in-game graphic-wise, it was good, but it wasn't, but whereas here, I guess because the game's a
Ooh,
little
I got
shorter,
like a zoom function.
they can kind of put a little bit more time and detail in the detail. And, I mean, once upon a time, these would have been like the in-game
Oh.
movies or the in-game cutscenes. You know what I mean? Something that looks this real.
Comes from hell. Do not forget my story, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse.
Yeah, you can hear all those different voices. It's so weird. Like,
Again, I heard obviously if you have the headphones on, it's really like
the story ending, but
Yeah.
it's interesting because you realize just how. But I think that's why they said the gameplay is kind of more minimalistic. But think about it: if you're constantly hearing that in your head, simple tasks will prove
You will follow a
difficult
great river.
because there's a constant running monologue in your head. that
yeah.
just-
So we're going to
The path to
Helheim.
goes from there.
yeah, I mean, if those voices never shut
Across
up,
the river of
just
knives
walking across the
that flows
street would
through
be
the dark
maddening. You know what I mean? So again, it's almost like the game doesn't need to have a million things happening to her. It's like just her walking around is like her trying not to go insane while she's just going from point A to point B, and on top of that, she goes to hell at some point. No, I like that.
Yeah, she looks awesome.
I like her outfit.
I know. I guess we're going to the dirty water.
I'm liking the high dreadlock ponytail. That's really cool. I'm feeling that. Never get my dread ponytail looking that good, but that's alright.
Hers are also thinner.
Mine are about that. Maybe a little bit thicker.
Push this lock. Oh no, just easily jump over it.
I like when she jumps. She actually looks like she jumped. It's not like a.
Oh. Oh, it got really dark all of a sudden.
Okay, here's my question though. When you see stuff like that just happen, is that happening or is that in her head?
I
like
don't know.
how far-reaching
To be
is
fair,
her
we're
mental
on the
illness?
path to hell, so.
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Oh,
Are there any good intentions lying around?
oh
Any good
God, they're
intentions?
coming. Who's coming?
Does no one get that joke? Never mind. Sorry, I thought it was
Oh,
funny.
Jesus. Oh, this is spooky. Oh, this is kind of stressing me out.
But that's my point. Is this actually happening, or is it just in her head? Like, is it a beautiful sunny day right now, and she just starts seeing this, or is this like legit?
I don't know, but it's freaking me out.
Well, I think that's the point.
I know, but I can feel my heart rate get a little
Again,
higher.
like if this was like, oh, this is really hard for me right now, I don't think the game would have done its job.
Oh gosh.
Well, see, that's my point. Like, you're just walking, right? There's nothing attacking you. There's nothing jumping out. You're just walking, and look how stressful that is because she's, not to be dismissive, but she's crazy. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that crazy in like, like jokingly crazy. I mean like she has a mental illness that makes, the simplest of tasks, very,
Stressful?
yeah. So that's my point. Do you really need to have like, freaking
Hey, look, it's done.
packs of wolves jumping out that you have to then do like a 5-minute random battle with, or is it like,
Whoa.
that looks cool?
Yeah, it does. Helheim.
Land of mist and fog. Your fool was right. What was it he
Those
said?
environments are really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call
Interesting the camera movement too. That they're not using like what would be like a steady cam shot. It's like it's all like handheld. Is that her lover's head?
I think so.
Okay. Oh my god, those dreads look phenomenal.
I know.
They look like dreads. They look at them. They're messy. They have like loose hairs everywhere. Oh my god, that's what dreadlocks look like.
Oh.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And
Oh, so we're gonna see Kate Beckinsale in this?
I know, right?
Anyone get that?
It's interesting.
Her dear beloved.
Yeah.
Dear
It was her lover.
I love the lighting, though. I mean, I love stories that use a lot of darkness and shadow, but when they have light in them, but it's not like bright, just
Yeah.
cheerful light.
It's really atmospheric.
Yeah, there's a lot of deep shadow still, even where you have, parts of the sun and all that. I don't know. It's very
Look at that one little weed thing right there. Man, look at those waves.
I know.
Those are some sexy ass waves.
Man, this game is giving Horizon a run for its money for environments. I'm not gonna lie.
To be fair, think of how big Horizon is. I wonder if there's anything.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
I know. Again, I know this is a much smaller game by comparison,
Well,
but
again, I remember what they said is they consider it a indie AAA title.
which is kind of an oxymoron, but okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
That's like saying this is a big studio indie film. What? I don't know if you can have both. But again, it's interesting you have these two games that come out, the same year with a kind of tribal-esque, female protagonist who's going through something, and I kind of like that. They're not damsels in distress. They're I don't know. It's very interesting. 'Cause again, I like that it's a mentally ill person as our hero, essentially.
Well, it's funny because I know there was a lot of controversy about the permadeath function, which I still never got a clear answer from what I heard, whether it was actually a real thing or not, or if it was just meant to make... Because it's supposed to be like, if you die too many times, the game erases your saves and you have to start over. But then I heard somebody said that, a lot of people were saying, like, yeah, we've died a lot and it's not happened. So I don't know if it's a real thing or not.
Unless it's just something where it's like, okay, it only happens if you die just such a ridiculous
By the way, I
amount
like
of time.
how they, like, it's such a fluid, like, backwards and side and forward.
Well, again, the
motion.
way she moves, it looks less like, okay, this is the control to go left, this is the control to go right. It looks more like she's legit walking, and like when she does a course correction, it feels more like, okay, she's suddenly decided to move different as opposed to just like... I mean, Horizon did that too. I'm not going to keep comparing it to Horizon. I'm sorry, I'll shut up about Horizon.
They're both very beautiful games.
Well, no, I'm not saying, oh, Horizon, but I'm simply saying because we did, that game was so spectacular.
Well, yeah.
And I'm like, wow, it's great to see that, there are more games of this caliber coming out, but I like how it's not like trying to rip off, or it looks like Horizon Light. This is, another game using a strong female protagonist.
So pretty.
But it feels different, it's... You can do more with this kind of game and not just, have it be like the same thing repeated over and over again. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's like, okay,
Gosh, look at the carvings in the wood.
That's the thing. Would she be a Viking then? Because, I mean, those were Viking ships you saw. I know this is Norse. Would she be...
I know, I'm really not sure.
Because a lot of people don't realize
Oh,
that...
I can run.
That Vikings actually had dreadlocks. I know a lot of people think it's weird, like, oh, but no, if you look at, like, stories of... dreadlocks were quite frequent in, like, the Norse region. Like, it was a common... You saw dreadlocks all over the world, people. But, like, yeah, Vikings, a lot of them had dreads, which is, you always see them kind of the cliche long blonde hair, which, so they had, but...
Seems like they're mostly pulling from Norse mythology right now.
dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth harvest wind and sea.
But I like to hear how you're not seeing just the kind of the cliche Norse stuff that everyone now kind of... The Norse mythology was so rich and vast. You know what I mean? There are so many different aspects to it. A lot of stuff that I think a lot of people would be surprised to find out is from Norse mythology. And it seems like this game is, even just aesthetically, like, if she's basically supposed to be a Viking culture, like, when people would think of Vikings, they don't picture someone probably looking like her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we like that. I love that show Vikings they have on, Vikings on what?
It was on History
Yeah,
Channel.
the History Channel. And again,
That was at AMC.
I can't remember. I think no, it was a History Channel. And again, I'm not saying that it was inaccurate, but the Vikings in there are kind of just the one kind of look that people normally attribute with them. Which, again, it's all very accurate looking, but it's only stylistically they ranged more than that. Like, again, you would see someone who kind of looked more like her. So I think it's cool to kind of show people like the different sides of this kind of culture, and by and
Yeah.
large, the mythology that kind of surrounded it too.
Well, again, obviously this is. I mean, again, it says it's pulling from Celtic and Norse, so.
Well, they had a lot of contact with each other. I mean, people forget that the Vikings sailed everywhere. They came in contact with so many different cultures. They bred in with so many different cultures. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times when they would set up colonies, they would intermingle with like the indigenous population of people, and they would kind of create almost like a hybridized culture. So I mean, that's why you have people
Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't
people even in
go
the
back.
royal family in England who are actually descended of certain Vikings. Because again they pulled into port, and set up shop. So I don't know. It's cool. I like how this game, which clearly has a lot of magic and mythology, is still showing you a lot of cool elements of history that don't normally.
sad.
Oh, look at that! Well, I wonder if that means something.
Take it.
He's going to hurt you. It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I
Who the
live
hell is
longer
that?
that way. Never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
Just a memory.
Drew? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. Liar. An old fool.
So these are all the voices in her head, right?
Is my truth.
I don't know, because that's somebody she knows, apparently.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, but is it like someone she knows, or is it like someone she thinks she's talking to who's not actually there? You know what I mean?
I'm not sure.
I will tell you my stories of hell. If
The movement there is so good. It looks like a
I know. It looks like a video, basically.
yeah. It looks like an actor they filmed it. Well, did they maybe? Yeah.
I'm listening.
I think that's, a memory.
seal the gates to hell, focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
So I heard there was a lot of visual puzzles in here.
Well, yeah. You said okay. This is also mixed with Kelly. The blue paint on her face. I know they said
Towards the gate.
a lot of the
And the gate
Anglo-Saxons, like people from like Britannia and all that, they have often they would have like the blue paint on their face.
Yeah.
But that's the thing you see.
Oh, that's a weird way to do it.
Oh yeah, wow, that's
Maybe I gotta get closer.
Well, that's the thing. 'Cause you saw the Viking ships on the coast there. So again, I'm wondering if maybe she's just the result of Vikings mixing with like
Yeah.
the Celts. It's like
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate?
Where will it take? It works.
Strong.
But no, that's cool though. Because again, the Vikings really didn't die out. They just kind of
6 years
evolved
enslaved
into
in
other
hell.
things throughout the regions of Europe. You know what I mean?
Mm.
They just kind of bred in and became different kind of cultures. So I guess they just kind of
You listen?
evolved out
Everyone else
of being
laughed.
Vikings. I guess I don't know if that's really accurate. I don't.
My people feel
But yeah, Shu could probably I guess would be like the result of something like that. You know what I mean? Where
with you. And
Yeah.
together
clearly that's her
we
heritage,
will
but she's also
be
has
our
other elements
fury.
to it too. She's not just
Jesus.
yeah. That's so strange. Like it's like again the running dialogue in her head. Like she's got she's going through all of this with that in her head.
Joins us.
I like how you can
Someone's
tell
trying to
she's
make
wet
them go
now.
away. Pretend they weren't real.
Don't get your dreads wet.
What is that?
Hmm.
When we are
Does she talk now? Does she is there like voice act? Is there a voice actor for her?
I think the voices that we hear in our head is the voice actress' voice. but they primarily narrate.
So she
She
doesn't
doesn't
actually
really talk a whole lot.
like you hear like kind of her own inner monologue. Is that gonna?
I think so. Like,
But again, if all the voices are in her head, it makes sense she's gonna talk in her head. There's no one around her, so it's like.
yeah.
That's cool.
Something good, or something not good is gonna happen soon.
This makes me think of
You can stand on the edge.
I almost said
Pretend it's
Pitfall.
going to be okay.
Remember that game, folks?
Oh my
What was
gosh.
the game with Nathan Drake?
Uncharted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel if Nathan Drake
God.
here would have no problem with this
Just
situation.
imagine this in 3D, or I mean in VR.
Oh.
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 Just
Did you just? So you died?
I don't know if I did that or if that was just
Was it part of the game?
of it.
No, you did that.
Oh. Oh wow. Okay, so I got a balance.
Don't blame your failures on other people.
We gotta Nathan Drake this shit.
Nathan Drake with
Oh
like
yeah. See, I gotta
Spider-Man is
I gotta
eyebrows
control
done.
where she tilts.
That's cool.
It's a little stressful though. I mean, oh no. Oh god.
And the whole while people are, gee, oh my god, this isn't even in VR, and I'm getting like vertigo from watching you do this. Like, oh Jesus. Ooh. Don't fuck it up.
No.
Oh.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Woo! My heart. Can't take this. Yeah. This is just beginning to.
I know.
What are, again, you haven't been attacked by anything, you haven't fought in anything, and already this game is like,
I guess some people get bored though if it's not like fighting action.
Well, I mean, if you play like Call of Duty all the time, that's all you play.
Oh,
Which,
yeah.
hey, whatever, that's your thing. I'm just saying, you know, there are different kinds of games for the same reason there are like different kinds of movies. There are different tastes, and people like different styles of things, different
all of the
you know,
9
ways
worlds,
of telling
only
stories.
Hela
And
can resurrect the dead.
I don't know, for someone like me who comes more from like film and books, I kind of like this because it feels more like I'm watching a slow film.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound really, really pretentious, so brace yourself, folks. But I like watching a lot of like smaller, like independent European films. Already, I can hear people rolling their eyes, like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" And I guess when I drink tea and I smoke a pipe while I do it too, you know. No, I mean, I love. Hey, I also like the Fast and the Furious movies, people. So don't worry. I mean, I like big action movies. I like monster movies. I like slow, weird, I like it all. But I'm just saying, I like a lot of movies like that. And a game like this kind of feels more like I'm watching.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those movies, interestingly enough, there's not a lot of dialogue. A lot of kind of these smaller European films.
Yeah.
They're not dialogue-heavy movies. That's why I always tell people, oh, if you don't like reading subtitles, don't worry. There's like 3 lines in the whole movie. But but you just kind of follow these characters, and it's just.
Oh man.
I'm sure everything will be fine. But I'm just saying, right, this game kind of feels like I'm watching one of those movies, so I'm already really enjoying this Let's Play because it just feels like I'm watching one of those movies.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the face of Hela herself?
The fight begins, so yep, I'm gonna have to fight something.
Hey, remember when I said this is a nice, slow, introspective story that reminded me of a lot of these small... And then something's gonna bust down that door and it's gonna be like a giant fucking monster and you have to fight it. Nope, never mind.
Must find it.
I also like big action movies too, as I said, so...
Someone's here? Do they have to be here?
But are they there, or
I
does she
don't
think
know.
they're there? See, that's the kind of
It
the
almost makes it worse.
Well, that's the genius of this game. It's like, is there really something there, or is there not? Like when she goes to fight something, is she really fighting something, or is she just having a moment?
Jesus. I hope we don't have to fight like that.
Oh, there's some talking.
You took him from me.
It's interesting that she whispers.
I beg you. Let him go. I'll give you what you want.
God, it's so creepy.
I know.
Like, imagine this in VR right now,
I
her talking
know.
to you. It's like
I kind of got chills in my legs.
I'm
over
like,
it.
I feel really uncomfortable. I love how expressive her face is.
I know. Oh, fuck.
No, okay, whoever she's talking to, Are they maybe the ones who made her like this? Like maybe was she like
I'm thinking so, yeah.
just a good old fashioned Celtic Viking girl, just hanging out, and then
Christ.
something. She was afflicted by something.
Oh. Oh, no! Oh, God! Okay.
Hey guy.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, so I remember, yeah, obviously there's no HUD, so I gotta see what my things are. So fast strike, heavy strike, melee, block, evade. I know somebody complained about that too, is that they don't show you how to fight.
But I think it adds to the.
Yeah, I remember somebody being like, yeah, all you had to do was hit the start menu and it had the controls. So, and as you see, I put on easy mode because I'm a weenie and I don't want to die. So,
Screw us all.
okay.
That's pretty sick looking. I like the way he like it.
Oh, whoa, that's not really fair.
I was just gonna ask, is he a guy or he like some kind of spirit? Well, like.
Oh, God.
But okay, but here's the thing: when you have a game where your lead character is like schizophrenic or hears and maybe I don't know sees things.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm almost dead. Oh, my God, there's multiple. Oh. I'm gonna die.
You have like healing things.
Oh, God, maybe I'm supposed to die. Oh, nope, there we go. There's no healing in this game. There's not dying.
Oh, but I think maybe that's supposed to happen because.
I think so, maybe.
But here's my thing: did that happen? Is this real, or is this in her head?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn. Remember we thought Aloy had it bad?
I know.
Ooh, you got a little
Got a little sun.
yellow something right there, sweetie. Let me I wanna
Jesus.
get a wet
Oh,
rag.
that's so uncomfortable.
Or is this how you die? This is what it shows you.
Look at her eyes. Oh, God.
No, okay, this is part of the game. I was gonna say that was not a fair fight.
Is that a vision then, maybe?
Oh, is that her?
A vision.
Saying her?
Yep.
Oh. Okay, so it was in her head.
To come.
Damn.
Poor Senua.
That shit's a
No.
trip right there.
It does not reason.
Make sure.
It is rot.
I would recommend not
And now
playing this
it is
game if you're
taken
under the influence of any kind of mind-altering substance, whether it be
Yeah.
alcohol or drugs. I mean,
The seed of the soul.
I'm not telling you how to live your life, but I'm just
There is
saying you
nothing
might
left of her.
you might do well to Oh shit! Like, is this happening again?
All of her suffering will have been for nothing.
Wow.
It's just a matter of time.
That's what I heard. Each time you die, the rot... Yeah. That's like the permadeath thing I read. If it reached up to her head, it'll reset your progress. But I heard that it's hard to do that unless you're
Okay, so were
careful.
you not supposed to lose that fight then?
I think it
Or they just show you an
happens-
example?
I'm thinking that, yeah.
Like it's like a tutorial of like what
Oh,
happens
that's
if you
awful.
die. So it's kind of like a freebie. It doesn't count, but
That is what Dinian taught her.
But
Further
yeah,
defeat.
I guess it's showing that she has it now.
Rot will grow and soon it will take her soul.
do they? No, they haven't explained how he died, right?
Not yet.
But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow. Whatever the cost.
He's not right.
Listen to me, Senua.
I like that door.
Goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim.
Did they
To open the gate.
No, did they use a
first face
an actress or
the
model
dark
for her design? I know again, like they
I'm
did.
sure they did.
Again, I know they did that for Aloy. They had that.
illusion.
She was a Dutch model. They said.
Spill their blood to open
Dutch
the gate
actress.
to
I
Helheim.
know they say that's something they'll do that. They get a really realistic,
Oh, so I guess I have to fight things, and then
for real this time.
I think so.
Not as like freebie visions, but like They don't actually die this time.
She has to fight 2 gods first. 2 gods? 2 gates.
I really dig
They're
her
saying 2
design.
deads or 2 gods? Oh, jeez.
So are those all her voices, just talking to her?
I think so, yeah.
Or are those different people's voices? You know what I mean? Like
It's hard to hear.
I guess because we only heard her kind of whisper. Mm-hmm. So again, are the voices coming to her in her own voice? Or are they all like different, like, I guess, actors, if you will, voicing them? Like, are they supposed to sound like other people besides her? Because we only heard her whisper that one time.
Okie doke, I guess let's try this. How do
What
I...
could go wrong? What is the worst that could happen?
How do I...
I think everything is
Open
going to
it.
turn out okay. I don't see this going south at
The
all.
Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness.
Well, I guess it is
Bitter
going
cold
south. I guess that's the whole point.
Fiery hot to the sun. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born.
I need a little,
Ymir.
A little lore.
yeah, it's
The
kind of
ice
cool. You're learning
continued
about
to
kind of
drip.
Norse mythology. a
And the
little
power
bit
of the
here.
void gave life to it, and it became a cow whose milk fed the giant. That's right.
Does
a
it say
cow, but you weren't expecting
where
that.
specifically this game takes place? Like what part of Europe is this in
Well, she's supposed to be going to Helheim, so...
Well, yeah, but again, is this Scandinavia, or if she's Celtic, is this like kind of a Viking settlement?
I'm not sure.
You know, because Celts would have been like what, like Ireland, Scotland, Wales, that kind of area, right? Which obviously the Vikings went there, but
So those are the 2 signs. I get that. But... why is it not... Unless I gotta push the door open, I assumed I had to focus on them like I was with the other ones, but... Maybe I gotta go through and push...
maybe it's just that
yep.
simple.
Valravan,
Way to overthink it.
ancestor of the seers and master
Oh.
of ravens.
That's nice.
He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their
Well, you should be used to that.
Oh.
You know what her face reminds me of, or who?
Who?
11 from Stranger Things, when she's
Yeah.
kind of looking up and she looks kind of the story, and then kind of just like what the fuck kind of moment. I mean, there was a character who was not exactly completely mentally stable, and had to say the least, seen some shit. And I kind of feel
Yeah.
she strikes me as more as, I mean, granted, 11 wasn't hearing voices. Well, who knows? But again, a character that's kind of very outwardly minimalistic, but has a lot of going on inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just kind of the look on her face has that kind of look where she's, it's taking every ounce of energy she has just to kind of keep it together.
Yeah.
A being of darkness.
I don't think
And all
she's
his
cool.
sons and grandsons
Neck-breaking.
were dark after him.
Telekinetic
Force
powers.
powers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she wished she did. If somebody tells me they'd come in handy coming in soon.
But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife. And they had 3 sons.
Sounds like Liam Neeson's
Odin
voice a little
was
bit.
the eldest,
I know.
and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Okay, but see, the way that's talking about Norse mythology, the Norse, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think she is, like, in scale, you know what I mean? Because the way they talk about the Norsemen, like, I think she is probably more, I think she's more Celtic.
Yeah, but then again...
And she's coming,
I don't know. It's hard to say.
because they kind of speak of, like, like I said, the Norsemen hold, Odin on high regard. It's almost like, well, shouldn't that be just like, how Odin is the All-Father? Like, they're not speaking of it as if, like, this is our thing that we know about. It's more they're speaking to her about what this mythology is. So I think maybe we're
Is that
seeing...
a bloody door?
It's always a good sign. I kind of think maybe she is of a culture that has now since been influenced by Norse culture. You know what I mean? Like, it's no longer just 100% Celtic.
Yeah.
But it is now maybe a little bit of a fusion. At that point
Can
in
I
history
climb
where
up
they've
here?
kind of mixed a little bit.
No, I cannot.
So she's probably more Celtic, but like, Norse influenced Celtic. You know what I mean? For all we know, like, one of her parents could be like, Norse.
Yeah.
Because she's clearly, her attire looks more Celtic. The paint on her body, it looks more of that, so. I don't know, I find that interesting. Because again, I mean, the Vikings had kind of set up shop in a lot of places. I like seeing a story where their what it was like after they kind of started influencing other cultures.
So I'm just gonna say it real quick. I wish Skyrim looked like this.
I mean, if it came out today.
I know. So we got like a weird thing right here.
It's like a Celtic Stargate.
I know, right?
It's not active. That's cool though.
It's obviously here for a reason.
Illusion hides the path to Valravn. Don't trust your
Oh, so I guess I was
eyes.
probably supposed to focus on that
Find
first.
another way to see the truth.
It's interesting. It kind of made everything come into focus
Yeah.
more. I didn't even notice that puddle before.
How funny would it be if this is literally all in her head and she's just wandering around? It's like that episode of South Park
That's pretty cool.
where they were like ninjas and they kept seeing themselves as ninjas, but everyone else
Yeah.
just saw these little kids walking around like with like sticks and like play fighting. Like, oh, there she goes again.
It's funny.
Okay, now it's
You'll want to see
open,
the
I
ring
guess.
the bell, don't we?
Yeah, when I went through that like portal thing, did you not
So,
see
like,
it?
Yeah, no, I did. It's just strange
Close
because
your eyes again and pretend
it's interesting how things just kind of happen in this game.
Well, the voice just said we all want to see beyond the veil, don't we?
Well, yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. It's almost like,
There's like weird magic happening.
well, obviously, but like the voices are almost like you really have to focus on them because they're kind of the ones giving you the clues to what's going on, and B, what you have to do. Because
Did you
otherwise,
hear that?
that sound,
I heard a noise.
yeah.
It spooked me.
But did you really hear the noise? Or does she think she heard it? I'm gonna do that this whole thing. Is that really a guy with an axe coming to cleave your skull in half? Or do you think there's a guy coming at you? Oh, nope, that's a guy.
Senua never could close her eyes. However hard she tried.
I like how it kind of goes from like dark to light. Like it's almost like the clouds
I know.
part here and there ever so slightly, and like the sun comes out and then it gets covered up again.
Oh, it's a really weird effect.
Yeah, I know. That is cool though.
Oh god, nothing good is gonna happen. It's so dark.
This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
I don't want to hear that.
That's cool. I heard a line similar to that, something else a while back. I forget where it's like, oh, once you step, something about dark. Once you step into it, okay, you can see everything is there. But the catch 22 is they'll see you as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's lovely. Yum.
sure it's fun.
Somebody was trying to have some barbecue.
Things got carried away.
Oh gosh. Do I want to go? Ah! Okay. It's for real time. Look at him. He's like, "You want to go, bro?"
Whoa, that's not the Hulk. Oh, you're doing significantly better this time.
No, back up, back up. Oh no. Oh shit.
Well, it seems like you can like stagger him. Like,
Surrounded. She's not strong enough.
well, that's kind of cool that you can cancel out his their movements. Oh, like he can't swing when you're hitting him, which is there you go.
No, this is nearly the end.
Granted, I put this on easy mode, but I'm a weenie, so... Oh, God.
Honestly, it seems like your best bet is when they're far away, wait for them to come at you to clear the
He
distance.
parried. Ah!
I would have just...
I should have, but I was...
Well, get in there, quick, quick, quick.
But look, he's wounded.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, I was waiting so I could evade him so I could do it this way.
Keep going.
Well, you have time between a heavy and a light attack. Okay, cool. So maybe it's because I put on easy mode because I'm a weenie, but...
Then will not stop her.
So I guess those are supposed to be dead Northmen? Other dead warriors?
Wow, that's awesome. That's the Viking version of a zombie.
Yeah.
Fucking bitching. Vikings make everything cooler.
I know. And look, now it's later out. So basically, anytime I see spooky atmospheric lighting, I'm gonna get attacked. Is what I learned.
Good to know.
Going through. So obviously, I gotta match that up to this.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth.
Can I not climb up here?
Look how much it's changed.
Oh gosh. Look at that skull. Spooky.
Try to get the shape right.
Yeah. It's almost like I need to be up higher, but is there a place I can climb up?
I don't know. Let's try climbing up the side right there.
No, I climbed right.
Or that, maybe.
Yeah, it might be right here.
So she'll,
Break the seal. Align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
go from the other side. Where it's kind of like, yeah, like craggly.
Nope.
No? I don't know, then. Unless you gotta take it from a different angle, maybe. Well, right there. You should be able to climb up there, right? That's weird. Even if you're not supposed to climb up there, it's strange they don't allow you to just climb up on something.
It's gotta be over here.
I was gonna say, you got to
But
probably...
then again, why is this might affect it? Oh, yep. Those weird gates I have to look through, and it'll open something up.
That's weird how it does that. It's cool, but it's strange.
Here we go. Can I jump down?
I don't know that, well, you jump from like a decent height earlier, right?
No, I died earlier.
No, I don't mean that fall. I mean when you like jump down before, not.
Whatever. I'm this way.
I like how you can kind of see through the crack in the door, like you pass a little bit.
So here's the thing too. Obviously, those guys were just like the equivalent of random battles.
I'm assuming so.
So I'm gonna be fighting something worse probably.
Looks the
Well,
same.
when you get to hell,
Feels
Well, no, I said I have to defeat these two guardians to get into hell. So
lost a world. Where the forest itself.
well, then you know what you have to do.
forest itself looks like it's watching. That's not very comforting.
I don't think this game is supposed to be comforting.
I know.
I don't think you're supposed to play this game like, I feel really good about myself right now.
Another gate.
Another gate. You know.
Stop laughing at me.
It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen. Don't. Open. You can do it. Don't.
Jesus, did you hear that voice? It
Yeah.
was like,
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
it's like I might have to drop one of those or something.
Line up the ravens.
Yeah, the ravens.
The Ravens.
The ravens.
The Ravens.
That's so Raven.
Wow.
There's got to be another one of those illusion things around here somewhere. Yep, up there. Now I just gotta figure out where to go to get there. Bell Raven song.
I hear something.
If you
Oh
hear
god, I
it,
don't like that.
You don't like anything that's happening to you in this game.
No.
but be
Again, I think that's the idea, though.
But beware the illusions, you cannot trust your eye. Ah! How could you be bored with this? This is creepy.
Well, I think this game is kind of something of a,
Acquired taste?
well, yeah. I feel like I would say it to anything, really. But, like, more like a mental task. Like, it's, the challenge in this game is not something that's actively, it's not like, okay, I gotta figure out the right move to beat this or fight that
Oh,
or,
look,
get through. It's all about figuring the shit out. Like, all the shit is kind of there. Like, nothing happens to you to reveal something, but something just, it's just something is. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you see this big gate open up all of a sudden. Suddenly, it's just what was not there now is. You know what I mean? And if you really think about that, it can kind of play on your nerves a lot, because it's just, nothing is happening to make something happening. You just do something different or perceive something differently, and then something is all of a sudden. And if you really think about it, it kind of is in line with, a character with, like, a form of psychosis where they view the world, they see everyday life differently. They perceive reality differently, and that's what can make things difficult for them. You know what I mean? So I kind of like how things reveal themselves to you in the game by perceiving what's
It's
around
so
you
weird.
differently.
Before I went through and it was there, and then I go through.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like, how it's not... Again, if you perceive it differently, now it's different. That's my point. It's
So
almost
I wonder
like...
which one I need. Do I need to be there, or do I not need to be
I
there?
don't know. Well, it's almost like for the basically, like, to get to hell, you almost have to be insane, because in hell, it's almost like that in hell. What's insane is basically sanity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To kind of keep your sanity in hell, you have to already kind of be insane. Otherwise, this shit will just... I don't know. Basically, if you're not already kind of used to being messed up, you wouldn't probably be able to get through this, because it would be so jarring and shocking on your nerves and your senses. But because she's already used to being in a state of, like, where it's like...
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, where for her, this is kind of just, a Wednesday, I guess, I mean, I know it's detrimental to her, but...
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even notice all the ravens up there. Okay, so obviously I gotta focus something with the song. It was over here. Look, there's gotta be one of those gates though. How do I get through this door? That's not what I want. Oh.
Hmm.
Oh god.
Is it coming from behind that?
I don't know, but it was very uncomfortable.
What is it we're hearing?
I don't know. Apparently Valraven's song, but... Fog up there. I don't get it. It's having me go under here. But again, it's just like... Unless that's making... So I need that to be there, I guess, to go around. And then I should be able to go up it.
Hopefully.
Oh, see, it blocks it right there. Jesus Christ. That's so creepy.
I wonder what they use to make the sounds. A person's voice is it like probably a voice like with like some kind of effect added to it.
It was obviously getting louder when I come right here. There's gotta be a way over here.
It sounds cool though.
I know. It's really unnerving, which is the point, but
Again, I think that's the whole point of this game.
I know.
I dig it. Yeah, I can see why some people wouldn't like this game though, because the
Oh my god!
what?
Are those like weird eyeballs?
Where?
Oh god. It went away.
Again, were there eyeballs, or do you just think? Oh yeah.
You see it?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh god!
He's in
okay.
there.
I wasn't sure if I was seeing things now.
Well, the sound's coming from there, right?
Holy shit. Oh, I got goosebumps. That's so creepy.
But again, here's my thing. Is that real, or is she just seeing
I
that?
don't know.
That's the thing about this game. It's making you question everything you see. Like,
I just don't understand how I'm supposed to get up there.
I think that's supposed to be part of her psychosis, though. Because think about it.
Yeah.
Imagine going through life where you just see shit like that. And when you see people who have these, these disorders and they act erratically, they act, they lash out. I mean, imagine if you're walking around and you just see eyes on a wall, you know what I mean? You'd probably have a rather adverse reaction to it. So again, I think you realize, look how...
Yeah, see, it's over there too. See that?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I think she's just seeing shit. And I think it's why walking around is just such a difficult thing for her, because she's,
See, it almost looks like I'm supposed to...
Did you just try going through?
I did, I already tried. I have to somehow get through and then come through the other way. Man, I'm usually pretty decent at these puzzly type game things, but this is kind of...
Well, no wonder there's not a lot of stuff going on. Because, I mean, you don't really need to, because it's just like a basic thing is like, like going from point A to point B is, look how time consuming that is.
I know. I kinda wish it would give me another hint.
Will it not?
I don't know. Because again, I don't understand the point of having... Oh... How embarrassing. I don't know if I just missed this before, so I'm sorry, guys.
Or was it just not there to hit you?
Oh. Oh, what? I don't want to go down there. Oh, God, I just got goosebumps.
Hey, you gotta.
I think there's the homeboy. I think I gotta go visit my homeboy down here. Oh, my God, look at him. He's so scary.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I think he's gonna greet you warmly.
Give me a hug.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Offer you, a tasty beverage.
It's okay, I'm in easy mode. I can do this. Oh,
Cleaves you in half.
He disappeared. That makes it worse.
Maybe he's shy. Maybe he's more afraid of you than you are of him.
Is it just a scarecrow, I guess?
That one is, yeah.
And it's pointing this way. those tree eyeballs. God, that's so creepy.
Yeah, I think that's stuff she's just saying.
It's in the walls over here too. Oh my god. I thought I saw one on her for a minute, but I guess it was just, see right there how I kind of angled it to like her brooch, I guess right there.
Oh, yeah.
But it looked like an eyeball at first. I was like, oh no! I'm infected with eyeballs.
Who wouldn't want to be?
There's my buddy. Let's go greet him.
Fight!
He doesn't want to fight me.
Is she lost?
So go around.
Last winter, before the tragedy.
Yeah, like right there. Is that
For the
her?
tragedy.
Native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. They call such a person a Gelt. Some, like Truth, become Gelt in search of penance. Others, like Senua, to purge a curse.
Oh yeah, here's that cape.
Those who make it back are forever changed.
Still can't get into it.
Guess that is the way. Can you tone down your creepy voice?
Nope.
Let's unlock this bad boy.
Okay.
And unlock it over here too. Okay, we're all unlocked. He's looking over that way. Okay, now I gotta remember not to let myself fall. I guess she won't fall here, good. What is the point of coming up here then? Is that him there or is that a scarecrow? I guess I have to follow him up there then. Looks like I'm supposed to do something with this rope, maybe?
Maybe.
Not. No. Okay, Senua, let's go. We'll go up the ladder.
Where's your balance?
I actually tried to lose my balance there and it won't let me, so.
It's interesting that it only in certain parts lets you do that.
Stop calling myself stupid.
She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. She can get out. Must be magic. Dark magic. A trick. Raven. Tricking her. Raven. How can she
Yeah,
get
I really wish we knew if that was her voice we were hearing.
I think it is.
Magic draws her closer.
It's not. He's helping her. It's not him. It's a trick. She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
So you are trying to get to hell right now, right?
Yeah, we've got to unlock that gate. And to do that, we got to defeat this guy and then another guardian.
I kind of like how they're showing too that this is why people just don't find hell more often. It's like I like how it's almost like begins again. You have to perceive reality a different way, and what normally would be a disadvantage for her, in this scenario, it's actually working as a strength
Yeah.
because of the way her brain works, her mind operates. she can perceive things differently, and in this case, it's the right way.
Yeah.
Which in everyday life, this would be the wrong way to kind of view or see life, but in her case, it's like nope, pays to be a little bit crazy.
A little cray.
I think Seal said it best in the early '90s. If you really want to survive, you got to get a little crazy. Smart man right there.
We picture
He also was Guess by a Rose.
the shadow.
Oh, I don't like this. It's very dark.
If only it were that simple.
Those like dream catchers right
The
there.
worst kind comes without warning.
I mean, I know they're not, but they kind of look
No,
like
but they do look like it.
Yeah, it has that kind of aesthetic to it, actually.
They're like
A
chimes.
reminder
Yeah.
that just because you
Hey, the
cannot
Vikings
see
were the
it
first to go to North America after the Native Americans, so who knows,
that's
right?
not already here.
She can't get in. She can't go in there.
Look at that like gross griminess on the rocks or whatever.
Find another route. Truth says there's always another route. Find a way somewhere. Go round. Find your own path. There's a different way.
Look at how it seems like it's spreading.
Oh my gosh. So creepy. Oh boy. What could go wrong in here?
It almost kind of feels like Silent Hill a little bit, doesn't it?
I know.
Fuck him up. Good death. I like that when you get the killing blow, they like parkour away.
I know. Oh gosh. Don't give me multiple. That's not fair. Especially because there's no
Parkour.
walk-on mechanic.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh!
Not fair.
I was gonna say, keep him in the. Gotta get him down quick because this is gonna keep spawning. Oh, did you get the one behind him?
I did, somehow.
It's nearly over.
Spin around quick just in case someone.
Okay. I'm glad at least she puts her sword away right away when it's over.
Okay. I was
It's a
gonna.
good indicator.
It's nice to game.
As soon as
catch
it
you a
was,
break.
I know. As soon as it was starting to move away from the enemy, I knew there's somebody else that must be attacking me. So I was trying to dodge, but obviously doesn't always work. See, look how nice it looks. Why can't I just say nice? Why can't we have nice
The Northmen
things?
say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the
'Cause
world
you're looking
of
for
men
hell.
was formed
I know.
from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky,
Bummer.
with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers
mean he was an
caught
airhead?
the
He had-
sparks flying from the
Oh.
and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
Huh.
Eyebrow walls. There you go, Trump.
Oh.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wild.
Yeah, I think this is her right here.
Perhaps never to return.
Yeah.
Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything.
Again, she like them basically referring to herself in the third person.
Into strangers.
So her name is what now?
Exile makes
Senua?
sense when you
Senua.
realize
I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna see what culture that comes from.
It's starting to rain. Is this one not active?
Unless you have to approach it from a different angle, maybe.
Yeah. they're making it trickier now, because now they've got a lot of those symbols hanging around.
Mm. So apparently, Senua is a Celtic goddess worshipped in Roman Britain. Her name is possibly related to the Proto-Celtic Senu, meaning old. Some academics have associated the name to the ancient river Senua that was once located in southern Britain, which may have also been known as Aldi, from the Anglo-Saxon Ald, meaning old. So, yeah, she's Celtic. But again, I think she is like a Celt, part of the Celts who have now since been in contact with the Nords. So you can see, like, these are all like Viking camps basically they're setting up, and I mean,
Yeah.
so basically I think this is like Viking occupied Celtic land. So
Oh.
well, and I think that's kind of what they're going for too, because it's not her culture; it's an invading culture. Basically, it's a pervasive culture in her region. So it's kind of like, you know, the gods of their mythology have kind of taken her. You know what I mean? So she's kind of discovering this. I mean, because again, if she was a Viking, just strictly a Viking, it would be kind of like, all right, you know, she would know more about what's going on,
Yeah.
and arguably maybe she would know how to get there. But because it's not really her culture,
This reminds
she, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which forest?
It's kind of like, you know, being a stranger in a strange land, except in this case, the strange land comes to you, sets up shop in your backyard.
Yeah.
But again, she could be part Norse too. Like, I don't know.
Darkness. She thought she could beat her own. Did she beat the darkness? No.
It nearly killed her, but she tried.
I love how, too, they're
Truth helped her.
using the voices to explain what happened to her.
She'd be dead. She can't beat her own darkness.
I mean, they have like a British accent, so if she's Celtic, she'd be like British, or you know, it will now one day be like the Brits, I guess. So
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, I know they do that a lot. Like, oh, they're European, so we get like English accents, but I kind of feel if she was supposed to be like a Nord or whatever, or Norse person, she would maybe have more of like a Norwegian, you know, Swedish accent, perhaps, to kind of give it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's cool though.
Where did that... There was that roundish gate that she looked at. I guess it was over there more. Oh, there's a bridge. Oh, it's on the other side. Gotta listen for the guys singing again, I guess. I thought these would do something, but... Oh, okay. Well, that made the bridge appear.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well, the other one didn't, unless I just didn't...
Again, I think you just kind of have to kind of run around and really move around the space, and that's kind of how you reveal things, or
Well, yeah.
I guess things are revealed to you, I suppose.
There we go. That's what I was... Oh, gosh. Push that bridge down. Atta girl. Now let's take a look. So I just made that appear. So let's go back over there.
Yeah, it's interesting how the puzzles here really aren't anything you do, it's just how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But again, that kind of fits in with her condition.
well, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to, like, okay, grab this stone, put this ruby in this slot to unlock the gate. It's like, no. See that over there? Walk around, look at it from the other side. Okay, now look back. Oh, now it's there. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
you're not really doing anything, you're just looking at it differently. And like I said, that's kind of like you said, it speaks to her condition. It's like, she looks at the world differently. And in this case, that's kind of how she is able to kind of, I guess, find all this stuff, is because she is accustomed to viewing things not as they are, but how she perceives them.
Yeah.
Which in this case is how they are. Oh.
Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only.
Yeah, so they always talk about the Norsemen, it's Northmen, implying that it's not really her culture.
And he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated a sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him.
Take that, Jesus.
He gave a cry, gathered them in his
I
mind.
really think you had it
learned
bad.
them. Then he fell from the tree.
I'm just joking. I mean,
I'm not.
it's not real either way, but I'm just
Yeah, I
saying.
know, I'm just saying, like, if I had to pick and choose, this sounds way worse.
Well, yeah.
With the Vikings, upstage everything.
It's like that meme. Your God is nailed to a cross, mine has a hammer. Oh, God. Anyways.
I think you mean Odin.
I know, right? Oh, Odin!
Let's put it this way. Odin, like, took out and lost an eye for knowledge. That's how...
What did it say?
I don't know, I didn't catch it.
What is the point of coming up here right now?
There's got to be a point. There's not. I've noticed there's not really any music either in this game.
Oh!
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, no, it's all atmospheric, but I like that.
Well, I do too. It really plays in because also music is a kind of cue. Music can kind of tell you what you're supposed to feel in a moment. So it can give you a sense of relief, and give you a sense of dread. But here, you don't really know what you're thinking
I feel
because
like these scarecrows are judging me, like, Senua, why haven't you solved this yet?
I'm glad they're not coming alive.
Dude, I was thinking that.
I feel like this is any other game. That's exactly what would happen.
Like, I'm just trying to solve some motherfucking puzzles, guys. Oh, let me be. So I opened this door. There wasn't really anything up there. I saw there was another arc thing up there, but I don't know if I can get to it right now.
We'll try. Damn it.
I am. Can you fall off from me, Senua? Nope.
No.
Let's go around.
They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I think it was paid with, like, patience.
Oh. That's what I need.
Oh.
So I can walk across. So I can get to that other one. See? Again. It's so simple, but it's just not obvious at first.
Well, again, because to a normal, quote-unquote, rational mind, that wouldn't be obvious. And I think that's the whole point. The game is playing against convention because, you know, we know how a normal person would perceive, expect, and kind of what to look for. So they kind of go against that because, again, you basically have to kind of be... I know this sounds very dismissive and insulting, but just for lack of more, you know, complicated semantics. It's almost like the person who's crazy is more sane in a situation that would be deemed crazy.
Oh, look at that.
Well, no, the expression was that in an insane world, a sane man is insane. You know, so basically, if the reality is we're seeing here would be considered crazy to a quote-unquote normal person, but if that's the reality, then that normal person is now crazy, which means the person who's crazy is actually going to start seeing things correctly, which means they are the sane one. So she's actually sane in this, you know, scenario.
Yeah.
Because again, if she was, you know, of sound mind, she would not be able to see any of this. She would not be able to piece any of this together.
She remembered Dillian's words.
So again, I think that's interesting.
Well, obviously those are important, right? Because they appeared when I...
That which had become a part of her.
I guess I need them to be gone, maybe.
I don't know. Again, I'm still curious to see if if she was always like this or something happened.
Well, it said
to
there
her.
was an incident or an accident before, so I don't think so. Oh, he's still over there, I think.
Hard to tell.
I know. See, I thought this one would make this bridge appear, but it's not. Like, what is this one making appear or disappear?
It might be something really subtle. You have to like look
Yep,
close.
it's that bar over there. I see it now. This does what? Not over here before?
No, I don't know.
I
It's
was
hard-
over here before.
Yeah. Very curious indeed.
What is the point of having this here?
Wait, did something just change when you moved?
No.
Good thing you got it on easy mode.
Well, that's just for the battles. That's not
It
for
wouldn't
the
affect how
puzzles.
Oh, okay. Well, then shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad, because I like it when it's slightly challenging. I just don't want it to be too challenging. Obviously, I gotta get up there somewhere. There's a ladder.
So these are all what, Viking camps, and something happened? Were they attacked, or?
There we go. I'm not sure.
I wonder if that's the incident maybe they're talking about.
Maybe.
Because they're clearly not around here anymore.
There we go. Is one of these the right ones? Probably not. So that's the thing I guess I'm confused about. Like, it's getting rid of some of them. But, like, why would we need to get rid of some of them?
The ravens. They were gone. No. There's still three. There's three.
There's still
Where?
3 ravens.
Gosh.
Oh, I see.
What is it?
It's getting rid of all the other ones.
Oh, is that what you're
slowly.
doing?
Yeah.
The further she saw into the
It
darkness,
wasn't, again, I know I said it before, it wasn't
She struggled to see
immediately
anything at all.
obvious, though.
and the glow, the smallest hints of shape, sound, thought.
Yeah, so we're narrowing down which ones
Constantly
actually complete the
consumed
puzzle.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
Rogue, the gate is open. Open. You did it.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to give up. Yet, will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
So what do we know what they're talking about when it says it?
The darkness, I guess.
What is the darkness? Kind of like a metaphorical thing? Is it like
it's
metaphysical?
the thing
Is-
that kind of gave her the psychosis and infected her hand with the rot. I think it's just supposed to be kind of like hell.
is Hela in this game? I know
Yeah,
they
the
mentioned that.
goddess Hela, yeah.
Is that maybe what it is?
I
like
think she
kind of-
sent the darkness there or something.
she sent Tim Curry.
I know, right? That's what I was thinking.
That'd be so amazing if suddenly you hear that voice. That Tim Curry's voice.
Well, guys, I think we will cut it here, and we will continue on to see what we encounter next time.
Tim Curry lies beyond the gates.
He might.
He might.
He might be trying to sacrifice some unicorns.
Ooh.
Might have to stop him.
You
Get
killed
some
a unicorn
Tom Cruise action.
tonight.
But yeah, we'll see you next time, guys.
Peace.